Good morning, everybody. JohnnyJans here, and I'm coming to you today, still in Ohio, actually. Yesterday was Cedar Point, but I'm still in Ohio, and I am stopping off to do a waterfall run over here at Brandywine Falls in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Wait, is that right? Cuyahoga Valley National Park, just located off the peninsula in Ohio. I love nature. I love waterfalls. This is going to be fun. Let's go on a hike and do some meandering around. Cuyahoga National Park. I'm never going to be able to pronounce that. But anyway, welcome to Brandywine Falls. Pretty easily accessible as far as parking goes. There's tons of trails, bike paths. It's actually, the falls I hear is not that far from the parking lot, so it's probably gonna be pretty easy to get to. Oh, and check this out. It's got a little boardwalk action. This is my type of hiking right here. Not off the trail today. Look at this. This is an easy path, wheelchair accessible, bike accessible. Scooter could be a little bumpy. I love walking through the woods with nice boardwalk paths too. Don't have to step on the woods. I could definitely climb down this steep incline across those rocks if I wanted to, but if the pathway's here, why not use that, right? Where do these stairs go? They go down. Look at this beautiful rock wall as I'm meandering my way down the side of this cliff here. Still a wonderful little boardwalk path. Some steep edges cut into the rocks here. Very nice, very cooling. Not worried about the heat right now. Lots of shade. It's gonna be a good hike today. And I'm gonna get rewarded by seeing the falls. And I'm gonna get even more rewarded by climbing the stairs on the way back. Here's two things to note on the rock work. First, we have holes where they put the dynamite in to dynamite out the pathway. But also, when they put the borders in, they maneuvered the actual board around the rock as to not to disturb it. That's kind of neat how it goes around. Oh my gosh, I can hear the falls already. I can see it through the trees. This is quite a big waterfall. Check out the steps now. They're getting a lot steeper. Now, if you are having accessibility issues, you could just hang out at the top of the falls because the rest of the way is stairs. So it looks like we're coming to our lookout. This might be as close as we could actually get to the falls after climbing the stairs without jumping the fence and then going off-road. And here we are, beautiful Brandywine Falls. Nice. Yeah, looking at this definitely makes me want to climb more. Like just jump on some of those rocks and things. That's the Pennsylvania boy in me. Very nice waterfall. Not the biggest, but just a very, very nice looking one. A good stop. And Brandywine Falls is over 60 feet. So not that big, but what's really impressive is the rock, because the rock has been here for over 400 million years ago. And you can read it like a book because each layer of the rock uncovers different sediment, fossils, things like that when the waters were a lot higher and formed rivers that were as big as seas and lakes and all kinds of stuff. So tons of fossilization, sea life creatures found in the rock. That's really neat. And now the fun part. Where these stairs go? They go up as I begin my ascent back up the rock cliffs. That's where the hiking is. And if you weren't gonna take the stairs down to the falls, there's a whole ramp walkway here for easy accessibility. There is a ramp provided. It will not get you as close to the falls as the stairs does, but it does provide you with an overlook, which is just as good. Look at this, at the end of the side trail here, there's some remnants of maybe a structure or a building. I'm sure there's a sign that's gonna tell me about it. There we go. Oh, the Champion Electric Company. So it's the ruins of the old grist mill here from 1920. Wow, that's old. The remnants is still holding up well. Nice. And it was the last industry here in the Brandywine village. So that's what we're looking at now. Look at that pipe. The stories it would tell. At the end of the pathway, it brings me on top of the waterfall, and there's the waterbed there. There's actually part of a great bike trail, it looks like. If you have a bike or a scooter, you can bring along, and then it continues on. I think it's the sign said about 10 miles of bike trail. That's a good trail there. And then here is the top of the waterfall. It's so funny because there's such little water, and then it's pretty significant amount. It turns into a pretty significant amount of water as it goes over the falls. Like right now, it's all dry and everything. So if they would have gotten a lot of rains, I can imagine this fills up more and the falls might be more impressive, because that one trickle of water is still providing quite the amount of waterfall. Moving more down the trail right now, I just came to the inn at the Brandywine Falls. Can't tell which one's the inn. Is it that white building over there? Or is it that brown building? I think it's a brown building. Not sure. I'm gonna go off trail right now. Something you shouldn't really do. Just be careful. You gotta be an expert at this. But I'm just gonna get me to the edge. As JohnnyJans starts falling, you gotta be an expert, I said. You gotta be careful. This is a sheer cliff right now. You are a climbing expert. Trained you well. All right, we're gonna go. I'm not gonna stand on that, obviously, but I'm gonna go right to the edge of the gorge. Wow. And there's the gorge way down there. That is beautiful. All right, let's turn around slowly and make our way up to the top of the trail. So there we go, a little adventure at Brandywine Falls today, off the beaten path. Hey, JohnnyJans, come here. Stand in front of this tree and give it some scale. You see this giant tree that's down in the middle of the path. JohnnyJans gonna stand in front of it, give it some scale for me, just how big it is. That is cool. Makes me want to climb on it right there. Neat. Yeah, you just gotta watch your footing heading down here. It is a little rugged, but I'm thinking maybe this trail will take me eventually down right to the water. I can touch the water so I can say I've touched Brandywine Falls. Remnants of an ancient sea. Look at this. This is an interesting tree. It's evidence of getting struck by lightning. You can actually see the burn marks left from the tree and how the lightning just split it hardcore. Wow. And here we go. We reached the piece of resistance, the bottom of the falls, where I can go down there just a little bit ways and touch Brandywine Falls. Oh, that is sheer. Wow. Yep. Definitely going down this way. Yep, I'm gonna attempt to do this by not taking my shoes off. Should be fun. Grab the rock. There we go. Nice. Okay, so one thing to note right off the bat, remember how I said layers of rock? Look at this. You can see all the different layers left by the ancient sea. And if I knew more about minerals and rocks, I'd be able to tell you about this stuff. But it looks really cool. Look at the edges. Wow. It's amazing. I'm almost down. It's very slippery. I don't know how I'm gonna get back up, but I'm gonna get down. All right, let's ride it down. I'm gonna surf it. Oh, there it is. Almost there. Brandy Falls. I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna touch the water. Ready? Yes! Touching the water achieved, everyone. Be jealous. Now, I see this little rock bridge in front of me. You know when you should know when to quit? Is when you see stuff like this. But I have to. I mean, I can probably get across this. Yeah. Oh, I am not getting across that. That is very loose. I don't want to. All right, I made it to the bottom, but now the fun part is gonna be getting back up without killing myself here. With like no grip on my shoe. Oh, that went through the, definitely got my foot wet on that one. That's all right. Looking for these little holes here to stick my foot in. Look at that. That's a perfect toe hold right there. I'm like a rock climber climbing this stuff. Doing pretty well. This is really slippery. And I'm wearing like running shoes. Just grabbed a thing and trying to hold my camera all at the same time. All right. Hold on. It's okay. What? I'm trying not to die. Just gotta pull myself up. Just gotta find a root. That's pretty good. I probably won't break that. And then here. Oh, look at me. I'm a mountain man. Whew. I made it back to the top with minimal energy left. That was a good day. That was my workout for the day right there. I found a nice log to perch upon. And my reward is looking at this beautiful stream. That was pretty awesome. I did a really good job, I have to say, climbing out of this without falling and getting myself wet. And look at this, surprise, surprise, at the bottom, I found this really awesome bridge. It's like half wood, half metal. It's the RMC of bridges. And it's gonna take us right over the creek. This is awesome. Like I said, I bet if the water was a lot higher though, this would look even more amazing, a waterfall. But it's kind of nice because you can just meander down the stream if you choose to. Just make sure you watch where you step. Now the cool thing is that this is just about a 1.5 mile trail in a circle. So eventually this path I'm taking should take me right back to the top of the falls. And I got to do a cool trail. See some sights. Look how the river winds through here, the water. I wouldn't say it's a river, it's more of a creek, but I love how it winds through. Look at this, some stairs have appeared mysteriously in the middle of the woods to get me up the sheer cliff. How nice. I was right. There's a trail marker for the Brandywine Gorge. And that's gonna take us back to the top of the falls. Well, there it is, folks. My little trip to Brandywine Falls is complete. Not a bad roadside stop adventure this was. Again, completely free, easily accessible, at least to the overlook of the falls. If you want to feel more ambitious, take some of the trails. You could bring your bike. There's tons of bike trails. Got to even go down and touch the water. And it is just so impressive that this falls is over 400 million years ago, remnants of an ancient sea. But that's going to do it for me as I continue my vacation. I'll make it over to Indiana eventually. But until next time, I'm JohnnyJans, and as always, I'll catch you out there. Meandering around! And as I am in a national park, there is one thing I just gotta do, and that is tree knock. And now we wait for a response. Nothing. Maybe next time.